The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
On first down, Wilson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall, and the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over to the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Again, it's Johnson.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Now 2nd and 5.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
Going right side, he finds Slayton.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Throwing is Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Catch made by Slayton. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this 1st half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Tua to try again on second down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 37, here's second down and a yard. On play action, here's Tua. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. On first and 10, it's Robinson down at the 25. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. They'll run with Robinson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. 1:46 to go. They've yet to dip the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Connecting with Johnson.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Play action. It's Wilson.
That's caught by Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here comes 2nd down.
Again, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.